Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to City World Radio. This is the world premiere of CloutDealers.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's good, what's good, what's good, world?
Hey, hey, hey.
We are your hosts. This is Ursa Major, and with me is...
the queen of critics. This is Jazz Meanly. How y'all doing tonight? How's everything going?
Hey.
Beautiful Sunday.
So many blessings.
Many blessings. So much stuff to be thankful for.
So first off, people probably wondering, well, why do we have a show? So
yeah,
let's talk to them a little bit about why we deserve to be the Clout Dealers. Jazz, you want to go first?
All right. So the Clout Dealers, we are just out here, just giving out credit when it's due. I think that's the whole point of Clout Dealers, and making sure everybody stays informed, up to date with the hottest stuff out that, is around. Why not?
I agree. And I think part of it too is like sometimes people don't know what to do. So if we hear of opportunities, we're going to put you on. If we hear of new ideas, or
hashtag
put me on, right? If you want to further your craft, further your artistry, further where you are at in this industry, you should definitely tune in to Clout Dealers, because people tell us we have the clout and we're not being stingy with it. We're here to share it.
No, we're not. So make sure you guys tune in always and send us your stuff and feedback, and yeah, let's get it started.
Right. So intros. I am Ursa Major. I am a rapper. I am a poet. I am a co-owner of The Label Noir. And in my free time, I manage people's tours. And I give them free life advice, which I should charge them for. And I double tap on pictures because I know that helps you with your reach. What do you do?
All right. So the queen of critics does many things. So she is the house and home of Peanuts and Butter Media, which is a brand management company. And that's what I do on the daily, just helping people out on the daily. See how he gives free advice. You have to pay me for it.
Yes. Her consultations, she will email you, but it's worth it.
I'll send you an invoice with a really pretty elephant on it. You'll love my logo. I promise. It'll make you feel so much better about yourself.
Yeah, man. All right. So let's get to it. So first, we're going to start with a recap of the past week or so. What's been going on? What have we done?
Much.
What have we heard about? And a little bit of that. So what did I do last week?
I want to ask you, what did you do last week? Ursa Major?
Well, Jasmine, let's talk about the positive. I had an impromptu show with So Far Sounds New York.
Shout out to So Far Sounds.
It was phenomenal. It was a hip hop themed night. And it turned out I knew the other acts. Shout out to Dale Novella. Shout out to McCall. Shout out to Jade Zabrick, who's also here, engineering on the boards. She was there that night. It was a phenomenal night. Great fans, great energy, so much positivity, and so far did it again. You want to talk about the venue we were at, though?
Yes, most definitely. I was waiting for you to sit there and pass it over to me. I'm like, any moment now. Shout out to Daniel, of the Russian
Sandoval.
There you go. He's better with the words than I am.
I'm an English major.
It was so good. So I'm all about, a little bit backtrack. Jasmine went to school for fashion. Shout out to Berkeley College. And I loved the whole decor. Like, the interior design was crazy. The chairs and everything. You had that dope picture.
Yes.
Shout out to Erlene. She took of you and Harvey. Oh my God, love that. And I just love the colors, the whole vibe. And when you're walking up the stairs,
it feels exclusive.
It's so exclusive. You got a fur cover over there going
I thought
up.
I was gonna get strip searchers to get up there, honestly.
I honestly thought there was gonna be like some burlesque show going on as well on top of it. I was like,
and I was ready. Like, weren't you ready for it? I was like, this may not be my gig, but I'm staying regardless.
I'm ready. I was like, I'm pretty sure we're probably in the wrong place, but I'll take it. Let's go for it. Why
it's
not?
Fine. This feels right.
There's fur on the walls. I've seen the shows. Yes. I like this. Let's go with it.
It's definitely like a spot that communist Russia would shut down if they found it. And that's what made it even more dope, I think.
Yeah, that's true. And the food and the guy, they were like, just the hair. I love the hair. I'm all about the hair vibes.
I like when I get paid in drink tickets, and that happened.
That happened.
Yes.
Shout out to So Far Sounds and their drink tickets.
Yes, but what I wasn't expecting was to get paid in free food.
I wasn't. Right? I think that was complimentary because the vibe there was so strong. Like, shout out to all the artists that performed that night. They really had such a positive vibe, and honestly, I couldn't have asked for a more better So Far Sounds first time. That was my first time experience in NYC. Wow. I went first to San Francisco with you. San Francisco. Right. We did LA. That was super fun.
Life changing.
Life changing for sure. But yeah, honestly, it was nice to be back in home and really experience it like that. Yeah. And why not anything better than in a Russian experience?
Yes, a Russian experience in New York. So that happened. But Jazz, you had some things while I was cleaning things up at the house.
Yes.
Where'd you go?
While you were being a nice husband over the weekend, I was being a young, carefree Black woman in America living in NYC.
I was that. I was all of that at one time.
I was a queen living it up. I kicked it at the Sex Expo in Brooklyn. Shout out to them. Super cool. I got to see some stuff that I was not at first comfortable with. There was a lot of penis everywhere. At times, I love penis, but it was a bit much.
Overload?
It was overload. It was a bit overload. But it was a lot of positivity. Shout out to the tables that I went by, and there was this one table, she gave such confidence about sex, and I think that's really important out there, and I think people lack that, just that understanding and not to feel embarrassed, because that's what it's all about.
It's something about America, man. So much of that stuff is taboo.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
Like untouched and undiscussed, and then everyone's like, "Why am I not happy with myself in my relationship?"
I don't understand why.
Well, probably because first of all, you don't love you, and you're probably not communicating effectively. But
shout out to the Queens of Inner Ho Uprising. I definitely saw them as well.
I saw that picture.
Did you see my picture?
I saw a little bit of clout.
Clout?
A little bit of clout.
CloutDealer got a clout?
Are you gonna share that CloutDealer?
I will share it. Clout.
Shout out to them. Shout out to them, though.
I love them, though. But they were such beautiful queens, and that was definitely the highlight, was seeing them. So shout out to that. And then Questionable Behavior Podcast.
Yes.
Got to meet really dope Cannabis Culture Association. That was so life-changing. They're doing so many positive things out there. And it's not just about being a pothead, I swear. Glad it's so much more than that. You know?
Well, you told me a little bit that they got into the medicinal value.
The medicinal values
stories,
are so,
right?
yeah. So they have a case with a little girl who was supposed to pass away at the age of 2. She's now 6 years old,
still going,
living a healthy life. One of the effects, I think, one of them was from seizures as well. Couldn't stop having seizures. And it's the right amount too. You got to have the right amount. Like, I understand everybody's out there getting high and all that. Right. You can't do that. Like, everything, just the same way any kind of medicinal, anything you take for medicine, it's all about increments.
It's dosage.
Yeah, dosage. You got to be balance. And he was telling me his grandfather actually almost passed away of pancreatic cancer.
Right.
And instead, he's now alive and well and living in New York, enjoying the New York.
Well, we definitely want to be tuned in for that. Do you have any idea when that's going to be?
That will definitely be released, I believe, within the week or so. So just tune into Question Behavior Podcast. Check us out. We have a bunch of episodes out now. So check that out. And yeah, just stay tuned for more stuff, you know?
Definitely. And I mean, if there's anything that you hear on the show that you want more information on, feel free to hit us up because we're not bougie.
We're dealing clout.
We're dealing clout. So, we'll put you on and we'll share everybody else who we discussed.
Yeah.
Okay, before we move on to our next segment, there's a whole phone here next to me, so I feel like I have to mention this. So at some point, if you want to call in and be a part of what we're discussing, you could call us at 646-690-CWRN or 646-690-2976 at City World Radio. You can call us in and just be a part of it. I don't know how to use his phone, but I'll figure it out if it starts ringing.
He's pretty good at that.
I make it up as I go. That's my clout. So, you ready for the next segment?
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay, so this is #PutMeOn. So every episode there's going to be one artist or one brand that we just kind of really want to let you know about and kind of showcase a little bit. And this one we're a little bit biased about because this is my brother. This is a co-owner of the label Noir. This is a man who has just released his album that's all 90s themed. He just got off a major tour on the West Coast with us.
Well, don't get too into it. Let them hear it up.
I mean, I just gotta
And then I feel like his sound really speaks for itself.
It does, consistently so.
Yeah, and then you'll understand what he's saying.
What I'm gonna be playing now is my main man, Solomon the Artiste. And as I load it up, the name of the song is NYC Love. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned as we put you on to Solomon the Artiste.
Sometimes I think about how living in the city makes me scream and shout, but I wouldn't change a thing at all. Even when I'm I got that New York City love. I got that NYC LOV. That's how it be when we got that New York City love. I got that NYC LOV. That's how it be when we living in the. Inspiration is in the air. New creations are everywhere. The artist is also a work of art. You can write your blues away, dance off your frustrations, I say. The starving survival is just a part. Living in a place with everything you're needed. Had to leave the city for no reason. Have a glass of wine, everything is fine. Good days and bad days, relax, unwind. Here in the city, you're never alone, even when you are alone. Once the Big Apple has got your heart is home. I got that New York City love. I got that NYC LOV. That's how it be when we got that New York City love. I got that NYC LOV. That's how it be when we living in the city, 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 yeah. Queens, clap your hands. Brooklyn, clap your hands. Bronx, clap your hands. Manhattan, clap your hands. Staten Island, clap your hands. Long Island, you're not forgotten. Upstate, don't hate. You should know we appreciate you. This is my love song to NYC. Don't nobody love you quite like me. Sometimes you're tough, but that's fine with me. New York's not meant for everybody. This is a city meant for the strong. Some get it right and some get it wrong. If you survive, you can sing along. And I got that New York City love. I got that love, I got that love for you. I got that NYC LOV. And that's how we be when we got that New York City love. I got that NYC LOV. That's how it be when I got that New York City love. I got that NYC LOV. That's how it be when we got that New York City love. I got that NYC LOV. That's how it be when we living in the city, 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 yeah.
And we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CloutDealers
Hey,
on
y'all.
City World Radio. This is Ursa Major and...
The queen of critics, Jasmine Lee.
Yes. And if you're just now tuning in, we just played our hashtag Put Me On Artist of the Month, Solomon the Artiste.
Shout out to Solomon.
Yeah, so we're going to get into him a little bit. If you enjoyed that song, we'll tell you where to find more of his stuff and where to follow him. But Jazz, go ahead. Tell us a little bit about your experience with Solomon.
Yo, Solomon is such a vibe, honestly. Truly, as an artist, he's so different from the sound that's out there. He comes from a whole different generation. And it's crazy because he's not that from like far from my age. Right. So it's like it's so interesting to me always for an artist to be so different and have such a unique sound, and his sound is so different. Like it's truly a 90s, and now the 90s had many different versions of music. Okay. Yeah. So when we say the 90s, you know, it's that vibe, you know what I mean? Like he so gives us that vibe every time around. And if you go on his Instagram or any of his stuff, or you even just see his album cover, which is on Spotify, all those music platforms and everything, he literally has this like dope mustache.
Yes, that's his newest thing.
My favorite thing was on tour. He literally was just making sure they were on point. And now I've learned that that's a skill right there.
Oh yeah, it's not easy.
It's not easy being Solomon.
And I hate him because before he had this long, like luxurious hair, and I couldn't match it. And now he got rid of the hair, and now he has this long, luxurious mustache. And I can't grow one of those.
And it's
either.
not even like a full. It's a very unique beard too. It's the mustache. You know,
he's got like the Shakespeare goatee.
Yeah,
and he's got the curled mustache.
Yeah, it's perfect. And then he's just making you vibe out, and you're like, wow. And his voice, oh my goodness, boy got range right there.
It never gets old. It never. And
he's
people's
an actor.
reactions to it. Oh yeah, well that's where we met actually, in the theater department at York College. Shout out
you
to
met
them.
a lot of people in York College back then.
From not going to class.
Shout out to Old Bency.
Old Bency has paved the way.
He paved the way. He was a good guy. We like him.
He had his flaws.
It's like that Eddie Murphy movie.
Yes,
that's what it's like.
You're right. Absolutely.
Yeah, The Nutty Professor.
No, I was there. I was with you. I knew where you're going with it.
I just wanted our listeners to go there. I just wanted to just take it over the edge.
Skinny Bency.
So, in case y'all was wondering what I was in there, no, he's on his way though. He's got some smoothies in his life, strawberries and bananas. It's a very easy smoothie to make.
Very easy smoothie to make. Shout out to the assistant that I will have one day. So yeah, man, let me tell you my story about Solomon. I remember walking into the theater department and auditioning for shows, and Solomon was always around because that was his passion. He was an English major like me, but we met and always hung out in the theater department. And I remember I transferred over, and I was just like, yeah, so I'm doing theater and I rap and I just want to make music. So who's down to make music? And I gotta be honest, like I had terrible flow at the time, and like if you played a song, I'd be like, I don't know if I really want to make a song with you. But Solomon was like, dude, I have a studio in the house, like I'm not going to charge you, just come through and let's make music. So he always created a safe space for me. So
safe space is important. As a creator, it's huge.
But you don't realize how important it is until you don't have it, until you actually experience it for the first time.
Yeah.
So literally, like, he had this medicine ball in his room, and he has like all these like 90s divas posters on his wall. So like we would I walk into the room, I'm on the medicine ball, we're looking at these posters of all these divas, and we're playing like UK R&B, and he's making beats, and I'm just rapping at anything and everything, and that's literally how I got better.
Yeah.
So when Solomon told me he wanted to make his album and it's going to be Ode to the 90s, it's like, bro, it's already classic. Let's go.
Let's do it. I love it. So shout out to Solomon. Make sure you guys check him out. And if you guys like that song, it's called NYC Love.
Yes, it is.
Off of his new album.
Brand new.
Arbitrary
Revolutionary Trophy.
Oh man, it's just a powerful name in itself, and he really represents everything in that title. And just huge shout out to him. So make sure you go check out his music on all music platforms. Thanks.
Yes. And that was our hashtag Put Me On segment. If you are interested in being a future Put Me On artist, send us your stuff. Connect with us.
Yeah, with the hashtag Put Me On. Make sure you put hashtag Put Me On.
And that we don't do for clout, that we do for love.
We love y'all.
Yes. So anything you want to talk about before we go on to our next song?
Yeah, definitely. I would like to talk about how amazing this vibe is.
Yo, I didn't know what I was walking into, honestly. I've never had an interview here. I know plenty of people who have. Shout out to Del Novella. Shout out to Erlene, who did the Soulistry Spotlight. Mm-hmm. Jade presented the opportunity to us at the Label Noir, and it's like, you know what? So many good people are rocking with this, and they have nothing bad to say about this platform.
So I just want to continue that good vibe. Yeah. And plus, you guys are going to be going to A3C soon, so I think this...
We're going to have more to talk about.
It's going to be more to talk about.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Such a good vibe.
That's the thing. Like, I like... I mean, it's weird because I'm a rapper, but I like being, like, chill behind the scenes and observing, so I didn't know if I had anything for radio. But here we are. It's happening, and no one's called in to tell us to stop talking yet, so...
Which is a good thing.
So, all right, as we get on to our next song, this is from Matt McGee, Shea Butter Mommy. Before we play the song again, I'll give you the number at City World Radio if you want to call in to the Clout Dealers with Ursa Major and Jasmine Lee.
Call in.
The number is 646-690-CWRN or 646-690-2976. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you Shea Butter Mommy.
Vibe with us.
Before you go to sleep, natural products all up on the sink. Progress pic so everyone can see. Girl, you look so beautiful to me. And you look like I could bring you home with me just for my mama to meet. Your skin is clear in the sky, you a queen. Your chin, you hold it as high as could be. You know your confidence shows when you speak. Let me hear you, baby. You smell good, I just wanna be near you, baby. If the niggas ain't with it, cause they feel you, baby. Yo, yeah, you the shit. You ain't even gotta be up in the mix. Hit the link on Instagram, talk about curl patterns and shrinkage. You already know what I'm thinking. I just wanna lay in it, ayy. And just stay in it, ayy. Maybe spend all day in it, ayy. And just play in it, ayy. And whatever look you going for, baby, you look great in it, ayy. So just stay with it, ayy. The song I'm dedicating it, ayy. To all the girls with the natural hair and that soft skin and your big ass and that sundress. Oh God, what you doing that walk? All the girls with the natural hair and that soft skin and your big ass and that sundress. Oh my God. What you doing that walk? You know I love when you wear it like that. It's the reason why I'm staring like that. You demanding attention, got all the white girls asking how you get your hair like that. Love when you go from the faux locks to the Marley twist, or the braids that I used to see my mama get. Said she cut it all off, trying to start again, but if her hair cut short, then she probably thick. It's obvious. I love a woman with a little color in it, a little fighter in it, a lot of lover in it. Stick around from the winter to the summer with it. Get a check, it's going up, a friend, I'm running with it. She never ready when I'm pulling up and come to get it. Fuck it, I know perfection. Take time to text and pay line. She ain't worried about them other niggas. When we finish, I be trying to cut her with it. Got me trying to lay in it, ayy. And just stay in it, ayy. Maybe spend all day in it, ayy. And just play in it, ayy. If you wear that loyalty so well, baby, you look great in it. And anything you do, I'm okay with it, ayy. This song I'm dedicated in it, to all the girls with the natural hair and that soft skin and your big ass and that sundress. Oh God, what you doing that walk? All the girls with the natural hair and that soft skin and your big ass and that sundress. Oh my God, what you doing that walk for?
You are phenomenal, 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 phenomenal. You know you are phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal.
Oh, and I think now is the time to realize from you comes all I want. You got the power to change our lives. It's like it's diamonds at the meaning of your thighs. Girls with the natural hair and that soft skin and your big ass and that sundress. Oh God, what you doing that walk? Let the girls with the natural hair and that soft skin and your big ass and that sundress. Oh my God, what you doing that walk for? What you doing that walk for, baby? What you doing that walk for, baby? What you doing that walk for? Hey.
And that was Matt McGee with Shea Butter
Shea
Mommy.
Butter Mommy.
Welcome back. If you're just now tuning in, this is CloutDealers with Ursa Major and Jasmine Lee.
Yo.
Jasmine, this is the part where you take it away.
Oh, what's going on, y'all? So I'm the queen of critics, and I just wanted to real quick just touch upon Matt McGee, give him a huge shout out because I actually love that song. Love the artwork as well. You guys need to go check that out on Spotify or wherever it is. YouTube, I think it is also. And yeah, it was just dope. But Queen of Critics, let's go. Let's get into it. So this band, Monkey Bite, sent me this song. Shout out to them.
Shout out to Monkey Bite.
Shout out to Monkey Bite. I actually met Monkey Bite one time. They were actually really dope. Great players and everything like that. And I just needed a whole different sound, and they give a whole different sound. And they sent me this song. I haven't heard any music from them in a while, so he's seen the post and he sent it through, and let's go play it and let's review it.
Okay, here we go. This is Monkey Bite with Caitlin.
Never had much fun.
Hello, everybody. We're back again. Hope you guys enjoyed that little sneak peek there. Huge shout out once again to Monkey Bite. Thank you for being vulnerable enough to submit your stuff to me and let me judge it. So let me get into what I do. I'm gonna judge it. I'm gonna be ruthless. So I loved it. But one thing that okay, first let me talk about what I liked about it, because I'm learning. I'm
so proud of you for this.
I'm learning to be nice first. I loved it. One thing that I actually really like about this band is I really like the instruments. They are each so passionate, and they keep such a light energy, and you could really feel it through their music. And I love that, and that was super awesome. Also, Nick's voice is very unique, and it can get sometimes like lost in there. And I really hate to say this, but I just don't want them to be. This is great to compare them to like a 30 Seconds to Mars and like all them. But I just want them to stand in their own lane, because as individuals, I think they have something more to say, and I think there's just way more out there for them to push. And I don't know. I want to hear more words. I want to hear more lyrics.
Okay, so the instrumentation wasn't enough for you, basically.
I feel like I'm over the instrumentation. I feel like I like the instrumentation, but I want a balance.
Okay.
I want a balance. I want more of a balance, But I did like the song. I did hear the full version of the song, which was really awesome. And once again, like I said, I do like the song. But for their next song, I would like to hear more of them. More personality, and show who Monkey Bite really is,
All right.
Thank you guys for being vulnerable again, Monkey Bite. A huge shout out to them. Make sure you guys follow them on all social media platforms. Go to their next concert. Not too sure where they're performing again, but I definitely will be posting that. You guys can follow us on IG, and we'll make sure you guys get all that stuff out. And if you like the song, once again, it's Monkey Bites, and it's called Caitlin.
I just want to say that was the nicest review that I've ever seen Jasmine do. I mean, that's not true, but she can generally be pretty harsh, so I
presented that very well.
Yeah, that was well presented. If you're gonna get a lot of people to submit their songs, and I just want anyone who submits to know that it ain't always gonna be that nice.
It's not always gonna be that nice.
But the goal is to always help you be better. So
I only want you to be better.
Even if she does
the best
trash
version
your song,
of you.
Yeah, remember that. Even if she does trash your song, it's because she wants you to be the best version of you.
Please.
All right, so now we're moving on to my segment. We're calling this a Star Report until I come up with a better name.
Well, let me introduce it.
Go ahead.
So this is going to be the Star Report, and little background. Ursa Mage is very talented, and then he has this other personality, Ben Pierre, that keeps him in check, yes. And that's like his own manager right there. He's his own artist manager. But yeah, Bensi is like, ever since I met him, super educated and just knowledgeable about everything, and not afraid to admit when he's wrong, which is super huge and important when you're trying to grow as an artist or as just an individual in general. So I'm just really excited about that, and this whole segment is just going to be about getting artists to be better and help you think about things that you didn't think about before. So without further ado, Bensi Ursa Major.
All right, welcome to the Star Report. So a lot of artists want to put on shows, right? Most of the time you cannot do that by yourself. You need what we call a promoter.
Promoters.
All right.
Not a janky promoter either.
No, well, we're going to talk about janky promoters, and we're going to talk about how to tell the difference.
Shout out to that movie.
Okay, but first we got to talk about what is the purpose of a promoter. A promoter is not there to give you a shot. A promoter is not there because they believe in you. A promoter's job is straight up to make cash.
Facts.
They put in a little bit of money, and they want to walk away with a lot of money. Okay,
Truth.
So there's levels to this. When we talk about promoters, you could start with like the people who book Beyonce or Kendrick Lamar to Madison Square Garden and pay them like $500,000 for the night. Okay, so when a promoter pays an artist, right, they have to pay them up front. So they got to put half before and then half the night of, or else they won't even come out of the tour bus. Okay, so if they put out the money, they have to make sure they're gonna make that money back. So when it's Kendrick,
like any good investment.
Right. It's a business, right? So you have to get the money back, or else, you just blew your money, and that's not good business in any sense of the word. The problem is, when you're not at that level, how does a promoter help you? Okay, we could get into pay to play. We will a little bit. This is not the episode for that though. But understand that when you're asking for a shot to do a live show, what is the purpose of the live show? Do you just want to perform in front of a group of people? Do you just want to have footage? Do you want to have a crowd of new people hear your stuff? Or are you using that as a springboard to something else? Okay? So you need to have that answer for yourself before you ask a promoter to help you. Okay? If you hear about this really cool artist is coming out who has a ton of fans who kind of fits the vibe of your music, you're like, oh my God, I need to open for them. Right? A promoter has to make sure that they're going to get their money back. So if they spent the money on that act and they're not sure that act is going to bring the money in, they might book you. Truth. But you need to give them a guarantee.
It's all about the numbers.
Right. And you're the business person.
I was just about to step in. I'm the business side of it. And like I do the sponsors. I help you find sponsors and all that. And a lot of these artists, they come in and they think, like, I produce this great sound. I got this great music. Mm-hmm. That's great. I love that. I'm all about that energy. But at the end of the day, mm-hmm. Can you pack out a show?
Right.
Can I? No, because I still need to eat. At
Right.
the end of the day, and I still have to keep a roof over my head. So I'm like, if I'm gonna take my time and invest my intelligence, and while you go off and run off and be creative, mm-hmm. and I put my creative business skills to use, because that's still creative at the end of the day.
True.
If I sit down and I'm taking all this time to invest in it, I better get something back from this. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you got to give them something back.
Yeah, like, and it's great, and we all believe in you, and it's all about support and everything. But hey, you got, the same way you have a talent, I have a talent.
Right.
So it's a give and take. But, you do have to watch out for those deals and those janky promoters.
So now let me get into it. Okay. If you are accepting a deal from a promoter, is there an opportunity for you to make a profit? Okay. If they offer you a slot for $500 and say you get 10 tickets with that, walk away.
Yeah. Walk away.
What are you selling? $50 tickets?
Run.
To open for somebody else?
Run.
Even, we're going to get to this Mac Miller in a little bit. Even his concert that was coming up, his tickets were like $50.
They weren't even, I don't think he had a sold out concert either.
And he didn't have a sold out concert.
His just released his album right before his passing.
Right.
R.I.P. Mac Miller. And his sales were like, nobody bought his album like that.
Right. So I think what you need to understand is that it's okay if you can't bring out 100 people yet.
Yeah.
But be honest with your numbers and have evidence of your numbers. So
Truth.
There's ways to track it. I mean, people fumble the numbers a little bit, but you can't lie to like Eventbrite or Ticketmaster or Ticketfly because you see all the different names that purchase a ticket.
Sit down and be organized. Just sit down, organize yourself. Like, even if it's difficult, but if this is something that you really want to do, please just sit down and organize yourself, or just hire me to organize you,
or find a friend, like Jasmine who's willing to do it for you. I mean, for a nominal fee. But the point is, let's be real. Like, if like I'm not sitting here looking at these numbers. I just want to rap. Or I just want to rock out with my band. That's cool. But you need a guy who's going to do that because the promoter only is dealing with numbers.
Yeah.
And shout out to the real promoters who are upfront and honest about what they need from you. I've dealt with plenty. I can honestly say I've never lost money from a show because the promoters were always honest with what they needed from me. There always was an opportunity for me to flip it into more. And I just did my research. So,
and understand, guys, this doesn't happen always. This does not happen always.
No. Well, that's why I got to ask the right question.
Yeah.
But understand, their job is to make money. And understand your job is you should look at it as a business. So if you're going to give the promoter $100, $200, make sure you could make $250 back.
Truth.
You know what I mean? So understand that process. So that was my star report. We're talking about promoters just a little bit if you're just now tuning in. Watch out for the ones who kind of dig a hole for you where you can never make any kind of flip. Mm-hmm. They just want to walk away with the bag and they don't care how many people you bring. Yes. And the thing is, it's like everything else we're going to talk about. It's build a relationship. If you tell this guy I could bring out 10, he gives you a shot, you bring out 20, next time he's going to give it to you again for a better price.
Yeah. Because
you made him look good. The main artist is like, wow, look at all these people here wearing your merchandise or whatever. Yeah. And then they're going to work with you and give you a headliner show. You know what I mean?
And then you won't even have to worry about even like anything else. You just focus on the fact that you have the proof right there. And then you can do your own shows and everything like that. And you can level up.
And you could be Kendrick or Beyonce who get guaranteed pay before they come out.
How about let's do the independent artists like Chance the Rapper and them as well.
Chance
You know what I mean? Like you could definitely be like them. You know what I mean? And
Tech Nine has been doing it for years.
Tech Nine with the ultimate trolling. I was actually sorry to drop this real quick, but actually before when I was on the way here. Him and 50 Cent, that's like his new beef that's going on. But it's cute though, because they're like going back and forth, like bantering, like in like a non rude way, I guess you could say.
Oh wow, they're being polite about it.
They're being polite, and it's really funny. Like they're like taking funny jabs about it. Like neither of them take it seriously.
Right.
It's entertaining trolling. I don't know. Like it's silly trolling.
It's for the people.
It's trolling for the people. They're trolling for the people. They're literally trolling for the people. But I love this one video that Tekashi did where he was literally hanging upside down on a chair rapping 50 cents. He redid the 50 Cents in the Club. He taped the headphones on his chest to make it look like the EKG things. Amazing. Had to drop that in there. You know, shout out to them real quick. Just clout. Those are clout dealers right there.
In their own way.
Are those troll dealers? Troll dealers?
Troll dealers.
Trolls.
I like it. So now let's move on to the second half of the Star Report. Oh, you want to go? Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. Finish.
I was gonna go because it's gonna get really somber real quick. So if you had something,
do that. No, I was ready for the somber.
Okay, well we're going right into it. So I want to talk about self-care. All right. A lot of times as an artist, you feel like you have to push yourself to the limit. You have to put yourself like on go out every night, stay up late, not sleep, you know, not take care of your personal relationships, not take care of your own health even.
And it's okay to take a step back.
And that's the thing, it's okay to take pauses, it's okay to self-reflect and if meditate or find your zen or whatever you do, like if it's prayer, whatever helps you find your reset, you need those. A lot of people unfortunately go to drugs.
Unfortunately.
And drugs are always a temporary fix with long-term problems.
Yes. And
I really want to talk about, you know, Mac Miller. That one hurt because he was just an indie artist who got way more attention than he ever expected, ever hoped for. He didn't know how to deal with it. He was in a relationship, and that didn't solve his problems.
Understand that a relationship is never gonna solve your problems when you're the problem.
Exactly, right. And you know, we don't know all the details, obviously, but
nor are we here to judge.
Exactly, but realize that what happened to Mac could happen to anyone. So you are an artist, yes, but you are a human being first. So be human, take care of your humanity, and then you know your art is gonna benefit from it, and your life is going to benefit from it too.
And understand life is always going to happen. It's never, don't set an expectation for yourself, you know, and I love always, I'm actually on the journey right now of whole self-care and really taking care of myself. And I think that everybody always thinks they're like, okay, but you're not okay.
Right.
And then they're like, I don't think that's okay that I'm not okay. But it's okay to not be okay.
It's okay to not be okay.
It's okay to not be okay. It's okay.
Just acknowledge and you know, do what you can.
Do what you can and move forward.
Because you may not get the chance. Which brings us to our moment of silence.
Amen.
There was a promoter out on Long Island.
Not a janky promoter either.
He wasn't janky. All right. He represented Brentwood. So much talent
Long
coming
Island.
from Brentwood. Long Island, you know what I mean? A scene that is often forgotten and misrepresented, but we found out about Sean passing. So if you know Sean, the promoter from Brentwood, you know, that hurts. It hurts anybody who's up and coming and chasing the dream and doing things the right way to not get the chance to really grow into it. That hurts. And let's have a moment of silence for him. And the family does have a GoFundMe for the impromptu funeral arrangement. So hit us up if you want information on that. Just a quick moment of silence for him, man, and everybody else who's going through it or who has gone through it and didn't make it back out of the dark place. All right. And that was for Sean and, you know, everyone else who's really going through it. And I think it's fitting to play Mac Miller's song, Self-Care, as we take a little break. If you want to call in, again, it's 646-690-2976, 646-690-2976. And it's Ursa Major and Jasmine Lee, Clout Dealing. Here we go.
climbing over that wall. I remember, yes, I remember, yes, I remember it all. Swear the hype be too tall. So like September, I fall down below. Now I know that the medicine be on call. Yeah. Was feeling like you hot enough to melt. Yeah. Can't trust no one, can't even trust yourself. Yeah. And I love you, I don't love nobody else. Yeah. Tell them they can take that bullshit elsewhere. Self-care, I'm treating me right. Yeah. Hell yeah, we gonna be alright. We gon' be alright. I switched the time zone, but what do I know? Spending nights hitchhiking wherever I go. I can fly home with my eyes closed, but it get kinda hard to see. There's no surprise though. And you can find me. I ain't hiding. I don't move my feet when I be gliding. I just slide it and then I roll. Yeah, I be reading them signs. I be losing my mind. Yeah, get the fuck out the way. Must be this how to play. It must be nice up above the lights and what a lovely life that I made. Yeah, I know that feeling like it's in my family tree. Yeah, that Mercedes drove me crazy. I was speeding. Somebody save me from myself. Yeah, tell them they can take that bullshit elsewhere. Self-care, we gonna be good. Hell yeah, they letting me clap. I switched the time zone, but what do I know? Spending nights hitchhiking wherever I go. I can fly home with my eyes closed, but it get kinda hard to see. There's no surprise though, and you can find me. I ain't hiding. I don't move my feet when I be gliding. I just slide it and then I roll out. I didn't know. Yeah. Well, didn't know what I was missing. Now I see a little different. I was taking too much. Got stuck in oblivion, yeah. Oblivion, yeah. Oblivion, yeah. I got all the time in the world, so for now I'm just chilling. Plus I know it's a beautiful feeling. In oblivion, yeah. Oblivion, yeah. Oblivion, yeah. Yeah, okay, I ride around my city when I come home. Yeah, the sun set quickly, then get up slow. Yeah. I just connect and upload. Watch it spin around. We just spin it round. Yeah. Let's go and travel through the unknown. We play it cool, we know we fucked up. You keep on saying you're in love, so tell me, are you really down? Are you really down? Yeah. Let's go back to my crib and play some 45s. It's safe in here, I know there's still a war outside. We spend our nights all liquored up on morning side. Can you feel it now? Oblivion, yeah, yeah. Oblivion, yeah, yeah. Oblivion, yeah. Ooh. I got all the time in the world, so for now I'm just chilling. Plus I know it's a beautiful feeling. In oblivion, yeah. Oblivion, yeah. Oblivion, yeah.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for those of you who have tuned in. This is CloutDealers with Ursa Major and Jasmine Lee.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Queen of critics.
Yes, it is. We have approached the last segment. Before we do, I'll give you the number one last time, in case you're like, oh, that was kind of cool. Maybe I do want to call in. 646 690-2976 here at City World Radio. This is the world premiere, first ever episode of CloutDealers.
Yes, it is.
And we think we did okay.
You let us know. Y'all let us know.
Yeah, please.
Y'all want to hear more? Let us know so we can be on more.
And in the meantime, let's talk about this last segment. All right.
Yes.
This is the one that I think is important for people to look forward to.
This is the one that you should like take out pen and paper, or you should maybe like grab out your phones, maybe type this stuff up, notes, however you feel appropriate to take some notes.
Right. So this section is called the Clout Chase. So if you're looking for a way to, advance your career, network better, and, just level up, really, these are some suggestions that we have that are up and coming things that you can definitely check out and be a part of.
Yeah, definitely.
So first things first, Jazz, what we got?
We have Earwax Tuesdays.
Yes.
Earwax sessions. Shout out to them. Every Tuesday, they do a show, live show on a stage from up and coming performers, artists all over. You can get on there as well. Anybody from the Put Me On sections, you can gladly reach out to the Earwax Sessions. It's at the Earwax Sessions on Instagram, online, on the website, Twitter, all that stuff. Yep. Shout out to them. And yeah, you can showcase your stuff, you know what I mean? And if you could feel like you could bring out a crowd, that's the perfect place to start right there.
It's a great
test it
tester.
out. Yeah, look for open mics and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And Earwax Sessions is definitely one of them. So shout out to them. Do that.
Shout out to them. And next up, we have the Questionable Behavior Podcast.
Ooh, yeah.
I had the privilege of being one of the people that interviewed. It was a phenomenal interview. Shout out to Edison and Miggy.
Yes.
And Jasmine, aren't you one of the new?
I am one of the new co-hosts, permanent co-hosts.
Oh my God.
Queen of Critics. That's where I am. You know what I'm saying? So definitely make sure you guys check out Questionable Behavior Podcast. As I mentioned earlier, we just interviewed Cannabis Culture Association, which is super. They're doing amazing things. Mm-hmm. Ursa Major was on there. Torado, the Jug Stars, Torado from there. We got V. Smooth coming on there eventually. Just so many people. So much talent.
I think the Steely Own episode.
Steely Own was on there because he did the
Split was on there.
Quantum Split was on there. Seti J, who is Soleil's cousin, actually was on there. He's a phenomenal artist. So
shout out Haitians. Haitians winning.
But he literally did a freestyle on there. You can head on out on there, do a freestyle as well. But yeah, make sure you guys check out Question Behavior Podcast for sure.
Next up, we were also, Jasmine and I, we were guests on Jessie Strange's Tasty Tuesdays on YouTube.
Shout out to Jessie Strange.
She ordered mad
her
stuff
strange
from
entertainment.
Yeah, that was so much fun. I mean,
loved it. Burned my mouth.
It was disgusting. That ramen, I still have flashbacks. I think of PTSD.
I actually haven't tried hot sauce since that moment. I'm not even gonna lie. Hot sauce is actually no longer around. Well, jalapeno hot sauce I still love, but red hot sauce, I don't know. I'm giving a break off the red hot sauce stuff.
I understand.
So definitely check out that episode.
So watch that. That's on YouTube. Tasty Tuesdays with
Strange
Jessie
Entertainment.
Strange.
Yeah, that's the YouTube channel. Strange Entertainment, Jessie Strange, Tasty Tuesdays. Yes.
And lastly, as we go build our clout, in was it 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, we will not be in New York anymore.
No,
we will be traveling to Atlanta for the A3C Conference and Festival.
Make sure you guys check that out. I think there's still ways you can still get involved in that.
It's not too late if you just want to show up and feel the scene.
Yeah.
If you want to get like a VIP pass or a conference
Scout it
pass.
out.
Yeah, do the research. If you're really about your clout and leveling up, that's somewhere you need to be, especially if hip hop or, some R&B, but mostly hip hop is your scene. That's where you need to be. So we're going to talk about that next month. Yeah,
so make sure you guys tune in and also follow us on all our social medias. Mine is @_JasmeanLee, JasmeanLee. Make sure you follow me on there and follow Ursa Majors at
URSAMAJOR89.
And there you can follow us and see all the adventures that we go on while we're out in Atlanta and every day. And you know what I mean? Get to see the different things that we do and all the different things that go on. It's going to be amazing. And make sure you guys tune in always, even to our lives, anywhere we're at, always follow us on IG. You never know.
A lot of people say that every day is an adventure, but with us, every day is literally an adventure. Even just regular life stuff. So don't worry about all that too, as well. So we got you on the everyday life stuff as well. So before I play our last song, we do want to say thank you to Jade. Thank you to...
Huge thank you to Jade. Huge shout out. She's also an amazing musician and artist. Yes. So make sure you check her out. You could probably see her in a Subway local, strumming her guitar.
Right, and that's the final bit of clout that I wanted to share with you is that she has a show next Friday, right? She at Funkadelic Studios.
So
hit up Jade Zabrick, get that info. That's the cloud that you need. All right, and show love and support. And for our last song, as we say goodbye, the first ever episode of CloutDealers with Ursa Major and Jasmine Lee.
Later, guys.
We will be playing "Here We Go Again" by Buddy Lofton.
Yes.
Produced
3 times.
By Josh Lamont, aka Theme Music.
It's all for early dismissal. Make sure you guys go check that out. Also, No Reese's coming soon.
Yes.
Buddy 3 times, Lofton.
3 times. Let's get it, Brentwood.
I like this. It's 3 times. Yeah.
I woke up this morning like,
here we go again. Here we go again. Don't forgive me, I've been trying to see these racks. Got a pillow full of money, but I never can relax. Like, here we go again. Here we go again. Don't forgive me, I've been trying to see these racks. Got a pillow full of money, but I never can relax. Like that. I got $1 trying to make it double. Just cause they're around, I don't mean they love you. Yeah. When they feeling salty, they gon' try to slug you. I've been on my feet though, I'm born and rubber. I should grab her by her pussy, call it politicking. Yeah, you ain't talking money, I ain't gotta listen. Yeah, I used to steal my older sister Honda Civic. I'm writing lyrics trying to get it, why you always tripping? I'm with 3 hoes who don't believe in Christmas. I'm never missing, I don't need a missus. Mama pray the Lord, get him for the more, get him. Had me dodging pigskin like Sports Center. Coach said I needed more inches, but I'm still trying to ball. I need a Forbes pictures. I get a check and hit the mall, nigga. The next day regret it all, nigga. Here we go again. Here we go again. Don't forgive me, I've been trying to see these racks. Got a pillow full of money, but I never can relax. Like, here we go again. Here we go again. Don't forgive me, I've been trying to see these racks. Got a pillow full of money, but I never can relax. Like, buddy, can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your flashy ways. Guess that's why they broke and you're so paid. Okay, reppin' like I knew Biggie, drinking until I'm tipsy, whipping it like I'm Vinny. Oh, I'll be reminiscing, getting back, gaining interest. I make it last forever. Excuse me, I'm on my level. Excuse me, I'm on my ooh. No, they watching my moves. Schoolboys, I'm in my groove. Hope you staying in tune. I'm turning 1 into 2. Winning, they so who knew? Really, I say who did it. Really, I say I do. Play a role, we cool. Or you can get it early like a matinee. Whip it until Latina turn to anime. They ain't getting no looks like a flashy play. Wake up and wish that every day is Saturday. Here we go again. Here we go again. Don't forgive me, I've been trying to see these racks. Got a pillow full of money, but I never can relax. Like, here we go again. Here we go again. Don't forgive me, I've been trying to see these racks. Got a pillow full of money, but I never can relax like that. Yeah. I think we got 2, Josh. Yeah. I woke up this morning.
We got 10, nigga.
In my thoughts and dreams, you and I were just, you are everything.